Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of our podcast. This is Distant Youth. I said it right the first time this time.
Wow. Congratulations, Daniel. And
stutter.
I'm his co-host, Darlena.
Yeah, I call her Darlena. That's her nickname. She likes it a lot. And
I very much do like this nickname
she's
a
very
lot.
fond of it. She named her Instagram after it. That's how...
Wow, so we're just gonna dox my Instagram now? I'm just kidding.
Go follow Darla on Instagram.
Yeah, go follow me on Instagram, guys.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, so now we gave her shock therapy so she won't be saying Wahoo or Yahoo anymore.
I'm actually kind of tired, so I guess this is going to be one laid-back episode.
Laid back. It's raining outside right now. It's currently 5 p.m. at night. I guess it's nighttime. It's the evening.
It's currently 8:25 p.m. where I am.
At this month, it's pretty much considered like... That's nighttime. Because, I mean, it gets dark so fucking fast.
You're right.
Yeah. It's like... And I'm not going to lie, I had a little bit of planned today, but honestly, I held it all back because it was like a weather alert. Like, I don't know if any of you heard, it's currently January 14th right now, and there's like some hurricane shit going on over in NorCal. Pretty dangerous stuff. It is in North Cal. I'm not really in North Cal, but pretty much I just kind of want to stay inside, maybe get my errands done another time. See if there's a better time for that. I did have a few plans, but today we just stayed indoors. We're chilling today.
I currently just came back. I actually went out and it was very cold today here on the East Coast. Currently 8:26 p.m. on January 14th. But yeah, it's pretty dark outside, pretty cold outside. I'm in sweatpants.
Oh yeah, we're cozy today. We got the robe. I got it's actually a camouflage robe. Camouflage robe. So I've got the black ass sweatpants. The Volcom t-shirt
and my navy sweater and these new sweatpants that I got on sale today
in Hot Topic.
No, it wasn't Hot Topic actually.
In
I got
Amazon.
them from Pink. Wow.
I have them delivered. I have all my clothes delivered to me.
No, actually, I went to the mall today and I got these pants
in the Amazon store. Oh my god,
no,
Amazon store.
I did not.
Have you ever been to an Amazon store?
No,
the
but
grocery
I heard
stores?
about it.
Dude, I haven't been to one yet, but my parents have, and they were talking about how like everything's pretty much done on your phone, and in the end, it's this like very convenient like checkout. I don't know. It's just like I've heard it's like really advanced. It's like shit we have not like seen before.
Yeah, I saw it one time on TikTok, and someone was like going through the steps and how it works, and I was like, bro. This is actually pretty insane.
Amazon is just paid. They're paid.
Amazon is just like one generation ahead.
Yeah, but they still can't get their orders on time. I literally had like a late order for my mat. And actually funny thing is they just emailed me today. They were like, "Oh, you had a late order. Here's like half of the money like in your they gave me like a what do you call it? Like a refund."
Yeah.
Or like a what do they call it? I don't know. Like it's just funds I can use, like store credit, I guess. Store credit.
It's so funny. That happened to me once too. I bought a phone case off of Amazon, and it was supposed to come in on like some exact day, and I was waiting, and it never came in. So they're like, "Uh-oh, your thing got lost in the mail." So I got so sad, and I was like, "Damn." So I placed a refund. And who knew that the next day that package came in, and that's when they were going to give me my refund back.
Wow.
And then the next day after, they refunded me my money back, and I got my phone case. So
free iPhone case.
yeah.
Oh, that's sick, dude. I should have done that. I probably would have got
You
the
re-
whole thing, the whole refund, but they only gave me like a third of it.
No, they gave me the whole refund.
You know what I
like,
should have
even what I
done
paid.
is ask for a refund after I didn't get my gaming chair that I ordered. It was like $150.
That's what you should have done.
That was terrible, man. I was so pissed because, and you know, it was my fault because I had work and I had the night shift, and I didn't tell my family it was getting delivered. I figured it would be like at 10 p.m. because it's always like arriving by 10 p.m. But I didn't
hate
account
that.
for I didn't account for it being early. So when it got there early, I was like, "Fuck," you know. So it's just like, it's just really annoying. I didn't see it. I figured I'd call them and try and find like, okay, what's going on, or I tried using the tracking ID and that didn't work. And I should have just asked for a refund, but I never did. And it was just like a $150 L right there.
And so let me guess, you never got your chair
No.
till this day.
Never. I have an office chair
Wow.
now. I'm sitting on it right now. That was replaced.
Maybe you weren't meant to have a gaming chair. It meant more
Well,
of a
that's the
office
thing,
chair.
because I was telling someone about it, and they were like, oh, dude, a gaming chair is just like, it's too much. Just like, get an office chair if you're not going to like, you know, if you just want like comfort, like if comfort's your main priority, just get an office chair. And I agree, dude. If I prioritize comfort all the way, so it's just like fixed my posture and everything. It's like, it's been nothing but good. So I mean, I'm kind of glad it got stolen. That's my theory. I think it got stolen. I don't know. I'm not sure. They said it got delivered. I never saw it. It was like 3 hours. It was delivered like 3 hours before I got home. And I saw my phone and I was like, oh, wait, the fuck is this supposed to be delivered? So I checked inside the house first to see if it was in there, and it wasn't. Checked outside. I was like, what the fuck? Where is this shit?
Do you think they delivered it to the wrong house?
I tried looking around for it in the other houses, and there was no packages. So
Wow.
yeah, it was just a big L all around. My fucking
I mean, I don't have an office chair nor a gaming chair. I have a foldable chair.
like those foldable chairs like in school, like for the NPRs.
No, I have the foldable chairs that you would see at a party.
Oh my god, even worse.
Yeah.
Are they metal?
And
It's like a metal folding
yes, I have a metal foldable chair.
chair? Wow. That's funny. I remember we would use
Yeah.
that in middle school for band.
Oh
Like
my
those same
gosh.
chairs. It's kind of have like a sense of nostalgia now because I haven't seen those in a long time. No, that's a lie. I saw it like 2 weeks ago when I went to get my office chair. I was like, I saw those things. I was like, bruh, I did not know Target sold these. I figured it was like some kind of like offshore store or something that you don't really hear of.
No, for band, we didn't have the foldable chairs. We had like those black tall chairs kinda.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they were always like, "Oh, you have to what is it? Sit closer. Like, you know, you have to move up a little bit closer and fix your posture right."
Yeah.
And I remember it became like a huge problem to the point that we didn't really sound good. So one year my band teacher was like, "All right, if I don't see you guys sitting correctly in your chairs, I'm going to have you turn your chair to the part where you weren't like, what is it? The back part. You weren't touching the back part."
Bruh.
So, well, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you.
So pretty much your
move the
posture would be
chair.
fucked up.
No, it's like you would move the chair and there was no back support at all. So
Yeah.
you would have to like sit up properly.
That's an L.
So I think that scared the crap out
What
of me.
did you play
So
again?
I was like,
I forgot.
I played the clarinet.
Oh yeah, same. Yeah, I
Bruh.
remember that. No, I just I forgot. I was like, I didn't know we were both Squidward.
I always saw you more as a saxophone player.
I wanted to be a saxophone player really badly, actually,
Why didn't you?
because I was too scared.
Bruh.
So, going into 8th grade, I was the clarinet for the 3rd year in a row,
Mhm.
and I wanted to switch to I think it was tenor. I think tenor was the one that interested me, the tenor saxophone, and I was like,
Right.
I want to do that. But then I never listen to your classmates, or at least if you listen to them, don't like still try. and you'll see what I mean when I get to the point. One of the kids I was like, oh man, I want to try and like saxophone next year, and they're like, yeah, but they're probably gonna be full, so you shouldn't try it. Like, there's already enough kids on saxophone. I
Oh
took his
my
word
God,
for it
bro.
because I just was a bitch ass kid, and I was like, okay, I guess I shouldn't try, but I should have. Maybe they would have made room for me if I like made enough devotion to it, and I would have like, went up and was like, hey, this is something I'm really interested in. I probably would have had it. I wasn't.
I mean, were they ever full?
I mean, they had a lot of players, to be honest. Had a lot
True.
of players. So I mean, I could see it happening. I could see that being like a thing, like a possibility. But it's just like, I don't know. I shouldn't have listened to. I shouldn't have listened and was like not try. Like you gotta try still. Like just ask.
I mean, 'cause you never know. Sometimes people do it and then they drop it and then
Yeah.
more room.
But then I kind of realized I fucking hate band and it's too competitive. And there's this one time like some kid was like, I was like, because when they start band class, like you have like that 10-minute period where you're just like practicing or something. But then this
Yes.
one kid was like, I was like just practicing other shit because I was like, I kind of already had the piece down from the concert piece that we were going to do. Kind of already had that down, so I wanted to just play like some creative shit. I don't know, like Mario or something. So I played like some
my
my own
God.
things, like Mortal Kombat or whatever the fuck, whatever the fuck I wanted to play. I played it, and then some kid was like, you shouldn't be playing that stuff. You should be playing like what we're gonna be playing in the
I
concert."
hated kids like that.
And I just looked at him and was
hated
like,
it.
I just stopped playing. I was like, okay, all right, fuck you, but I'm gonna listen to you because I'm intimidated.
Dude, I would have looked at him straight in the eye and I would have like played right in front of his face.
Yeah, I forgot if I kept playing my own thing or if I just like played the concert thing. I don't know. It was just a competitive Asian kid, but
You know what? That happened to me once too, except this is a different story. I learned that I hated band until like my junior year of high school. However, I remember my freshman year, like for us in the beginning of band, what you have to do is you have to play like your fucking scales and how many scales you know off the top of your head. And you have to play like a piece of a song. And so, determined how well you do, that determines what chair you get placed in
yeah,
and what
right.
part you play. So I don't remember how many scales I did. I think I did pretty okay for my freshman year. However, so what there was the first chair, and then first clarinet. There was the first row, then the second row, and then the third row. And there's the first chair for that, right? So there was first, like the first chair for the clarinet, the first chair second clarinet, and then the first chair third clarinet. And so I had like really bad friends around that time. And so they were talking behind my back, and then they were like, I don't understand how Darla gets first chair, third clarinet. She barely practices. But
called Take That L.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes I would like half-ass my practice, but like I would at least try to sound good, or at least try to memorize what needs to be done. And so the word was going around, and so in my friend group, and then that's when this old friend comes up to me and she's like, oh, so and so wants to challenge you. So I go up to that so and so person and I'm like, oh, I heard you want to challenge. Like, what's up? What are you gonna play? What's the challenge? So I can practice.
Challenge is dodge the reed, and she just blows the reed out of the fucking clarinet, just like
She
impales
looks
you.
at me. No. This is funny. She looks at me and she goes, I never said I was gonna challenge you. She's like, I never said I was gonna challenge you.
Wow.
And so I was like, oh, really? She's like, yeah. She's like, I'm not going to challenge you anymore.
Anymore.
And so I was
Lol.
Okay. So I look at her and I was like, okay, let's keep it that way then.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, that is so crazy.
Let's keep it that way before it gets ugly.
Exactly.
And you know
keep in
damn
mind,
well it's going to get ugly.
I've been playing since I was like in 4th grade. So imagine 4th grade and then going on to my freshman year. How many years is that?
I think that's 4, right? Freshman, you said 6th grade to freshman? That's 4.
No, 4th grade.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That That's like 6 years. Fourth to the 10th.
Exactly.
Fourth to.
And she was a newbie.
Oh man, that's an L.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's not to get cocky, but it's just
they
like
still so competitive, and it's like, why? You know, it's
exactly. There
like,
was no need to get
I
competitive.
bet you she wasn't. She didn't even turn up to be a music. A music major.
Yeah.
I
mean,
I 100% bet she didn't even. Nah.
I don't know where she is now. However, I hope she's doing great. But that was so uncalled for.
But I'm coming for you.
I remember that.
You better watch out.
I mean, hey,
If
maybe
you're
she
seeing
could
this-
beat me now.
If you're seeing this, I'm watching you. I'm coming for you. Imagine.
I mean, maybe she could beat me now because I'm like, I haven't played that in a long time.
Washed as fuck. Washed up Squidward. Oh my
No,
god.
But it's kind of ridiculous though because it's like, wow, you're practically brand new. And now you
I don't.
wanna
Yeah,
challenge me?
maybe she was just being like, I don't know. She played out like just like chickened out. Like that was a straight up chicken.
And I was there when she was like doing her, what was it, the exams.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't really do her best. So I didn't understand why she was like, oh, I don't understand how Darla gets this chair and gets to play this part. So
Like,
it's just
bitch.
like, okay.
Mind your own fucking business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's just like, wow.
Yeah.
That
No,
comes
in
to
the end,
show-
she probably looks like Squidward, so you know. She probably lives alone, plays clarinet, and is shitty.
I won't lie. She's a good editor. Don't get me wrong. She, like, her edits are immaculate. However, that's what
Oh,
makes
is it
her
that
give me
same
mad.
girl you were telling me about?
Yes,
Oh
exactly.
my god, that's funny.
Exactly.
That's funny. Did we talk about that on that episode? Or was that just
No.
on our own? Okay. I
Yeah,
had
that
a
was
feeling
on our own
you
time.
you were telling me about that. You mentioned her channel, and it got me feeling like, damn. Like I kind of felt bad because I know what it's like to like want to keep your channel like under the ropes. And then she moved.
Yeah, she moved like the end of my freshman year.
Fucking L.
Well, it's good for her because like that school is pretty toxic when you think about it.
I don't want to think about it. Toxicity makes me hurt.
Toxicity makes me hurl.
Hurt.
No, it just makes my heart rate want to explode. It makes my heart want to explode.
Yeah. Oh man, the workplace will like I think no matter where you go, it will be toxic. It's just you can't avoid it. Which sucks.
It's learning how to get through it, like how to ride
Yeah.
that wave.
I think it all comes down to like just the people in your work field, the people who you are interacting with. It's just like it's not really anything you can escape. Everyone's so different, and it's just like
But it's so weird because it's like in the workplace you're working with all different types of ages. So
Yeah.
it's like, why do you as an older person that's supposed to be mature act like this?
yeah, it's always like the older people that are like beefing.
'Cause
Oh,
it's like
it's both. I don't know. It's both. It's fucking both.
Like, okay, I get it. Like, a kid and you're acting like this. All right. You need to get your head out the gutter. However, a 40-year-old and you're acting like this, my brother in Christ, you already went through your
Teenage
teenage
phase.
era. Yeah, all of that. And now you're acting like this?
Yeah. That's
like,
funny.
you got to be
I didn't
going
even
through
think
some
about
sort
that.
of crisis.
Yeah. I haven't even thought about that. Straight up just like
That's-
acting like a kid in the work field.
Exactly.
Maybe they're just pissed because they didn't make it far in life. They're kind of stuck in that fucking. I mean, think about it. Like, how far do you think they really made it in life? They're still working in the same place you are as like a part-time thing. That's gotta suck.
It does suck. However, it's like
Not-
at the end of
yeah,
the
it's like
day,
not my
we all
problem.
have the
You know, it's like, why are you blaming me for that? Why are you putting this on me? What did I do?
we all have like the chance to do what we want.
Yeah, they had their chance.
I get it. It may be hard, however, sometimes like nothing really comes easy, and getting what we want requires hard work.
Sometimes,
That-
I guess it depends. Sometimes
I
it's
don't
luck.
really want to say it depends.
No, it's
Yeah, it
sometimes
could be
is luck.
However, luck also comes with hard work too. Think about it.
It can be one or the other, or it can be both.
I mean, I guess.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but it's like, you know, I mean, I would kind of think of it in a sense like how you got like first chair, you know, like that was kind of lucky if you think about it. Like,
No, it wasn't luck. I mean, yeah. Realistically, for that
I'm not
exam,
saying it
I
was
did
like
study my
100%.
ass off.
No, but I'm not saying it was 100% luck. I'm just saying like there was luck involved because, you know, they said they work hard. Like the other kids said they work like practice harder and you barely practice. Like in that sense, there was a little bit of luck involved. I'm not saying you didn't do anything to get that first chair, but I'm just saying like in your situation, that was just like an example of like, okay, that was like a little streak of luck that you needed to get first chair. And that's probably what made them mad about it. It's like, you know, they probably felt you didn't deserve it, but in reality you did. But what I'm saying is sometimes, you know, if people got what they deserved through hard work and dedication, this world would be so different. Seriously. Like, it happens. It happens a lot where people like work really hard and get what they deserve. But that's not always the case. You know, it's just like, but
that is true. However, I feel like sometimes we do work hard and may seem like we're not getting what we want. However,
kind of like how you were
get
saying
what we really want at the right time.
Yeah, that's true.
It comes at the right time in the right place.
But like you were saying earlier, how when you were working, you were learning every position in your job, and like and you still kind of felt like you were being treated like shit. I mean, I'm telling you, if people got what they deserved through hard work, you would not have experienced that.
Listen, I get it. It's like, yeah, it does suck. However, if it's not with this place, it's probably somewhere else.
That's true.
That's why I say if it's the right place and the right time.
Yeah.
I do believe in luck. However, luck comes at the right place, the right time. Same thing when you work your ass off and work hard. It comes at the right place and the right time. Obviously, you're not going to see it like right then and there, overnight, or on the spot.
Of course.
It comes at the right time.
Yeah. No, I was just saying. I was like, I just thought I'd point that out. It's like,
true. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like, you know, I hear about that all the time. Like literally, like my supervisor for when I worked back at Home Depot, he did not deserve the spot that he got. I mean, he had the experience, but he definitely did not have the effort put in. And you know, he got lucky, and because of that he got more pay for that, and that's all he cared about. And I think he still works there to this day as that position as supervisor, and he still does a shit job. That's what my coworkers keep telling me. Like, you know, that's just how the work field is sometimes. They will not get the person who deserves the position that kind of reward. Sometimes it's just like, it sucks. Like, just sometimes hard work isn't the only thing that gets you success, which, you know. I think in the end, though, if you really devote your time and shit, I think 95% of the time it will work out in your favor. But if you're really unlucky and you like work your whole fucking life and you're still like in the shithole, that sucks, you know. But that happens. It you know.
It does
It's
happen.
at that
However,
point, it's
I
like,
feel like that's only temporary.
Yeah. Well,
Stuff like that.
it
is
just depends.
temporary.
Some people
And
give
also, too,
give up at that
It
point.
comes from, what is it? From fears.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like after that, it's
Sometimes
like,
we have fears that it's like, oh, what if? What if? Like, you know, that overthinking fear.
mm-hmm.
That's the thing that holds us back. So it's like, say we want to do something and then we're just like, oh, what if it doesn't blah, 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 blah. But then again, it's like you ask yourself again, what if it turns out pretty good?
Yeah.
I feel like the way, oh, what is it? The way we have an outlook on things plays a big part on the way we receive. It's like whatever you put out.
Yeah,
in the
like I
world is
said,
what you
95%
return.
of the time that
you
is the
return back.
case. 100%. Not, I mean, no, 95%, not 100%. I'm just saying that there are occasions where people will try their best and really good and given the effort, and they just don't make it anywhere. You know, it's happened.
That sucks.
Yeah, fucking L on them. But I mean, you know, I'm just saying that happens, I think, more often than we even know. Like where people just like put in the time and they just like don't make it. Whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is. It's just
Or
like,
maybe too, it's like not meant for them.
Yeah.
So it's like if you know it's not meant for you, why do you continue to put yourself in that position?
well, because some people believe that it is. That's a good point you make. Like, why are you doing it if it's not meant for you? Well, some people don't know that it's not meant for them. That's like someone thinking like, oh, I could be a really good singer. And they are ass at singing and they just cannot get to it. They cannot get to the bottom of it because they don't want to learn, or either they're trying to learn and they're just not good enough. Sometimes that happens where someone thinks they're meant for something, but it's like not the case. But that's a good point you bring up. Like, why would you keep doing something you I think in reality people don't really do that too often, where they do something they know they're not meant to do. But sometimes people will think that what they're meant to do is like the path, but in reality what they're meant to do is way beyond that, or way past that.
However, if you look at it, why do we think that? Why do we think that way, as in, oh, we're meant to do this. However, there's something completely different that we know we're going to eventually become good at.
Yeah. Well,
And again, that stems from us, and that stems from fear when we won't surrender.
yeah. Sometimes though, surrendering is the answer, I think. Sometimes.
Yeah. There's a difference between giving up and surrendering.
Yeah. I agree.
Giving up is when you don't try at all, and surrendering is like when you're like, okay,
You're like,
I surrender. What do I gotta do?
yeah. It's like
However,
it's just swallowing pride
every
at that
time-
point.
Exactly. And sometimes that's what we need to swallow our pride.
Yeah. 100%.
Because that's the way we find our peace.
If there's anything to take away from this episode, it's to swallow your fucking pride and not get such a big face. Or did I say that right? No, I don't think I said that right. You know what I mean.
What is it
Just
that
don't
you
get
said?
cocky. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just don't, like be willing to have an open mind. Have an open mind, guys. The future is here. The future is now, old man. What the fuck am I saying?
And it's also like drop your ego.
Yeah.
Like drop your ego, surrender. Giving
Oh.
up isn't.
So
Giving
many
up
people have
is-
that issue nowadays, though. It's like unbelievable. Oh my god.
It's like I'll listen to someone and then they'll say something and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay, buddy. All right.
Back
I don't
up.
think that's the problem
Take
here.
a step
I don't
back.
think that.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think that's the problem. I think you're the problem.
My brother in Christ, you are the problem. There is no other problem.
You know, I'd rather have someone tell me that than me continue living my life. And
Yeah.
like,
And being ignorant to it, like, not
Yeah.
knowing about it. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, shit, it will hurt at first, but I'd rather have that.
I'd rather
than-
anyone be honest with me. Just straight up, just be honest.
Again, it might hurt. However, I'd rather have that than just keep living my life and being stupid.
That's what I'm saying. It's not worth it. Because then
No.
you'll go through life being stupid and empty-headed and closed-minded, which we don't like. Here in this podcast, we don't like closed-minded people. So stick around if you want to really dive in to what we believe.
And here on this podcast, we're very
We're not Joe
unfiltered.
Rogan. we're not critical, all right? We're ourselves.
We are Daniel.
I don't
and
know. I don't want to
Dara.
start any beef with anyone. I
No,
should not
no,
have said
no,
that.
for real. I don't want to start any beef or any controversy, but
Yeah.
realistically,
Rogan, realistically speaking, if you want to guest star in our show,
I mean, shit, email's always open.
I mean,
Again,
shit.
Daniel leaked my Instagram.
yeah, you know where to go. If you want to go, if you want to, have a little chat with us.
Daniel leaked my Instagram in the beginning of this podcast.
Bill Nye, we're looking at you.
Bill Nye.
That would be sick to have Bill Nye here.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Does he ever go on talk shows? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe this will be his first, and he can talk about like fish.
Maybe he can help you with your homework.
Maybe shit. And I think he's a mechanical engineer too. Like seriously, like his actual like occupation is mechanical engineer. That's fucking
Is that
sick.
really?
Yeah, I'm almost positive. Correct me if I'm wrong. Editor, put it up. He's right there. Boom. Don't do a whoosh.
Bam.
You'll do the whoosh. Editor, add a whoosh as the picture goes away. Thank you.
No, I meant to what was it? I was trying to laugh, but then I guess it came out as a whoosh.
I thought you were doing like the effect for it. I was like,
No, you said
you're
no
not our fucking
wahoo, no
editor.
yoo-hoo, no yippee.
oh, so you're okay. This is getting weird. Man. Fucking Bill Nye. Did you grow up watching Bill Nye?
Yeah, they made me watch him during science
They
class.
made you? Like they had you clamped on a desk and they're like, hey, claw your eyes
They're like,
open.
hey guys, we're gonna watch Bill Nye the Science Guy, and we're like, yeah, and they're like, here's this worksheet to go along with the video.
Oh, God, that's terrible. Back then, I didn't have to do a worksheet. I would just watch it.
Yeah, that was back then.
Yeah.
It's like a long time ago.
Yeah. Fuck worksheets, man. I don't get that. Video notes. I mean, I understand. I don't know. I've never liked video notes. Like when you have to watch a movie and do notes on it. That just so counterintuitive in my opinion.
I remember being all excited. That way I can sleep during the video. And then they're like, here's this worksheet. And I'm just like, wow.
Oh, okay.
Way to fuck up my day.
Yeah. Wow. Look at you non-scholar, trying to nap in class.
Listen, sometimes that nap is very necessary.
You
to
can't
keep
get away
going.
with that in college.
Oh no, I can imagine. You know what? That's what these high school teachers used to say. They're like, this won't fly in college." And then I hear stories about college, and I'm like,
Really depends. My brother actually has he went to sleep in like his English class, and his professor got like snappy with him. He was like if you're gonna sleep, then you might as well just get out of the class or some shit. And he was kind of like embarrassed. He was like, shit.
I would have started crying on the spot.
I could see that.
I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to film.
I can't drink caffeine.
You're like, he's like, ma'am, this is physics class.
Ma'am, this is math class.
Ma'am, you're learning calculus right now. Can't sleep.
Ma'am, this is your remedial math class. What are you talking about?
This is not nap time. Nap time's at 6. You remember that?
Oh, there is no nap time.
There is now. Just imagine like as an elective class, you had like a nap time class for
Oh my
college.
God, that would be nice.
It'd be weird, and you get like 1 credit for it.
I'd expect to get 0 credits for that class.
I don't know why, but I can kind of picture that being a thing in the next 10 years. I don't know why. I don't want to give them ideas, but that would low key.
Let's not give this new generation any ideas.
No, but seriously, I could really picture that for some fucking reason. I could totally see that.
I went to Barnes and Nobles today, and then I went to the kids section, and then I saw fucking Coco Melon, and I was like, "What the fuck? When did
What they
Coco
make
Melon get
books?
Yeah.
I could see that happening. I mean, there's so
was
much.
like, what
They have
the
so much
fuck?
money now. It's like Fuck, man. They better make books. I mean, that's just like more profit for them.
What do they teach on Cocomelon?
Nothing worth anyone above 2. I mean, I don't know. Cocomelon is just like nursery rhymes. I'm assuming it's mostly nursery rhymes. Isn't that like Johnny thing, Cocomelon?
I think so.
I remember first seeing that back in like 2018, and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Are people really?
Can the editor like play a small clip, or will we get copyrighted?
Let's find out. We'll find out if he does it or not. Editor, you heard her.
Maybe the sped up clip.
Let's play a game.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, but I remember watching like that, like eating sugar thing, and I was like,
that shit was
man.
so stupid, and it was like trending everywhere.
You couldn't escape it. That was like the pinnacle of YouTube for like 2 months.
That's where they had those stupid characters do it too.
Yeah. Fucking dumb, bro.
I remember my brother was like so obsessed with that. And so that was everywhere on like the tablet. It was like just
Man.
Johnny.
Dude, the things that like kids be watching is fucking retarded.
Like Elsa and Spider-Man. Elsa's having a baby.
Even worse, dude. Like I swear, I saw this like show that my cousin was watching. I think she was like 8 at the time, and I saw her watching this show with like vegetables or something. And they're like speaking. I mean, you could tell like the guy voicing them.
VeggieTales?
No. If it was VeggieTales, that'd be fine. I'm like, there's no coherent plot to this show that she's watching. And it's like it's clearly voiced by this guy who doesn't know much English, but you can kind of tell.
Oh my god!
And it's like the animation is so crude and just terrible. I don't know if I don't remember what it's called, but my cousin was watching that, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, does my aunt know that she watches this shit? Like, has she taken a moment to look at the watch history, and just watch it? Like,
no, that's like what parents don't do. They don't look at that anymore.
Yeah, they really should.
Maybe some parents.
They should. It's like, oh my god, dude, I can't. Oh my god, just thinking about sitting through that for like a solid 10 minutes, I would die. Like, I mean, as a kid, you're not really picky about what you watch. So anything
You'll
is
just
entertainment.
watch anything.
Yeah, like they could watch, which is scary because it's like, if they can watch anything, then they don't even know what's like wrong to watch or bad to watch.
Yeah.
So like everything they stare at is just like, it's just like, I don't think they should be watching stuff like that. Like, it's nothing inappropriate, but it's like not like oh my god. It's just, I keep thinking back to what it looks like the animation, and it's just like, it's terrible.
I could imagine like it's very shit quality.
It's very bad, and it's like, again, the guy can barely speak proper English, so like the fruits are just like talking like they're in 2nd grade. And that's the whole point.
How, bro, like my brother was looking at my youngest brother's phone, and then he was like trying to see what he was watching. And so he looks at him and he's like, can you watch something normal for once? Like something decent.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I was like dying for a solid minute because that was funny. Because that's what these kids have come to. Like watching stupid shit.
Yeah. Cocomelon is no exception.
What's funny? Like, you know what's funny? Now we're the ones that say that. However, back then it was like other people saying that to us, like, what is this stupid shit you're watching on TV?
Okay, but to be fair, there were actually a lot of PBS Kids shows that actually had really good fucking writing. First of all, we weren't being thrown into an iPad like when we were their age. And second of all, the shows that they had were actually coherent and it had to make sense somewhat.
The shows were actually good back then.
like if you look at back, like oh my god, I was watching this like this compilation of like Thomas and Friends, like the old Thomas and Friends, and how they would like
Yeah.
it was like a comeback and roast compilation, and oh my god,
The
they
new
hate each other,
quality of
man.
Thomas.
No,
I
dude,
don't
the
like
old
it.
shows were so good. Like they actually had like good like the trains were constantly like calling each other fat and shit, and they're like,
Oh my
Stop
god! Of
slacking
course you
off.
would like that.
because it's funny, dude. It's like straight up fucking like, it's like Thomas calling Gordon like a fat ass. It's just like funny.
Yeah, of course you would find that.
Why would I?
funny.
Okay, why would I find that funny? Why is that a thing that I would find funny?
Because unfiltered things and dark humor and shit's funny
Okay, it's
to
not even
you.
that dark. It was just him making
I
fun
know
of his
it's
weight.
not dark. Yeah,
It's not
like
dark.
insults are very funny to you.
They're hilarious, especially in a kid's show, because, well, first of all, they teach kids that they shouldn't be talking to each other like that. It's literally, it's made very clear in the story. It's like,
True.
we work together, and, you know, the whole story, the whole moral of Thomas and Friends is like to work together and like do your part, and to like, you know, put aside your differences.
No. You know what? This reminds me of fucking Barney. You know how Barney was like singing that stupid song at the end of the show?
Yeah.
That stupid dinosaur's like, I love you, you love me. Like, no, Barney, this is not how it works in the real world. Like,
Yeah,
that's
some-
what gets
like,
me
you
so
know-
mad that we grew up thinking that if I love you, you love me.
I mean, I don't think that was the intention. I don't think that's what he
Doesn't
meant.
matter.
Yes, it
It
does.
doesn't matter.
No, I
Stupid
think what it
dinosaur.
meant is like both parties.
Editor,
obvious-
insert the angry Barney image.
Oh my god! Now you're making him work overtime. Yes. All right. Fine. No, but I think that's clearly a mutual song. It's like it only sings that if both parties love each other. But I get what you're saying, because out of context
Yeah.
it's kind of like, yeah, that's how love works. But not, I mean, you know, I get the whole point of the song is that, oh, both people love each other clearly. But I get what you're saying. It's like it doesn't prepare you for like that. Like,
Literally, the next line is "We're a happy
Well, okay.
family."
Okay, that's another thing. The reason that they do that is, and they put it at the end, of course, is because by the time it reaches the end, they've already helped each other in so many ways. They're like, oh, you care for me and I care for you. You know, it's like a oh my God, I can't believe I'm explaining kid shows.
Mm-hmm.
You get the fucking, you know, I don't have to explain this to you.
Yeah.
It's just, I get what you're saying. Sometimes the message isn't like clear and sometimes it's not good. Like,
I feel like as we get older, we just look back and we're like, "Stupid bitch."
no, dude, you know what's underrated in my opinion?
What?
The Sesame Street skits. I think those are funny, dude. There's this one that me and my friend were dying at. It was with Ernie and Bert, and Ernie's like, "Boy, I'm thirsty," and Bert like goes like up like out of bed like 4 times to give him water, and he's like, okay, now Ernie, this is your last cup of water, and I'm done, okay? And I'm going to fucking bed. Like, it's so funny, and it's just like, it's straight to the point and shit. It's just like, and at the same time, they're teaching you like, okay, this is, you got 1 cup of water before, and now this is your 2nd cup of water, so that makes 2. Like, they're teaching you at the same time. That's just, I don't know. Sesame Street, they need more credit.
You know what's funny?
So,
Elmo and Rocco.
okay, Elmo is a whole topic, actually.
That tension with Elmo and Rocco.
Who's
where
Rocco?
That other character, the fucking Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Where the girl was like, "Elmo, say hi to Rocco." "Hello, Rocco." Like, he was so passive aggressive towards him.
He represented all people who don't have imaginations. Like, but that's, I don't know. I think Sesame Street skits, especially the older ones, need a lot more credit. I think the newer ones are kind of basic now, but like, the older ones definitely need more credit, because it makes like references to like sketchy like scam artists and shit, and it's just like the way they do it is so
Yeah.
funny, but it's like an adult can understand it too. It's just good. It's just, I don't know. One that I think that I could have lived without is the Wiggles, but I really liked that one as a kid. Like that was one of my favorite series. But
You like the Wiggles?
I really liked the Wiggles as a kid.
Of course.
Oh my god. Toot toot chugga chugga. Or how does it go?
The fruit salad.
That one too. Yeah. I was thinking about the big red
Salad.
car.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
That one, how does it go? It's like, we're driving in a big red car. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to sing it, but
Maybe you can look up the lyrics.
we're traveling near and we'll travel far. Toot toot chugga chugga big red car. We're gonna ride the whole day long.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
which one you're
you know
talking
what
about.
I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Have you ever I remember seeing those memes of where they're like, we're gonna wake up Jeff. 1, 2, 3, and they're like, wake up, and then they'll play like some stupid meme in the background.
What the fuck? I haven't seen those.
I have seen those. I found those hilarious.
Did you know Jeff died?
Yeah.
Yeah, he died like a while. I mean, I didn't know if you heard the news or not, but like he died a while ago.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Man, I forgot his
It
name.
was like that guy from Lazy Town. Oh fuck, what's his name?
Lazy Town. Oh, I haven't watched Lazy Town. Lazy Town was like right around the time I grew up already.
Wow.
I hear a lot of good things about Lazy Town. Honestly, though,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I've only saw a few things. Obviously, the things that like became memes, like We Are Number One, and
That's what that guy.
fuck, what's his
I don't-
name? I don't-
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't
that
remember his
guy-
name.
Yeah, he died too, man. It was very interesting, like seeing him in his last like few moments, but like he looked so different and shit. Just like fucking sucked, and like all the comments I'm
Yeah.
sure were like really sad. But I remember that one
See,
was like
I was like,
damn, I can kind of see this like sucking for a lot of people. I personally didn't have like a connection with Lazy Town, so I couldn't really relate. But I was like, damn, dude, I can see how that would hurt
That's-
people.
you know what hurt also too the most? Oh, I remember when my brother first heard this news, he was like
Ow.
severely depressed. Tommy Oliver
Tommy Oliver.
from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, I didn't watch Power Rangers either.
What?
No, I didn't watch Power Rangers. It was like
Oh my
it
gosh.
was an
You know
inconvenient
what?
time. Inconvenient time.
Listen, we're gonna have to scratch out Hunter, and us watching Hunter. We're gonna
Bruh.
go on a whole. We're gonna watch Power Rangers.
Isn't
Mighty
that shit kind of
Morphin.
like kiddie though?
No, it's not.
I don't know.
It's like there. It's like kind of what is it?
Is it kind of like
tweens?
Ninjago kind of, where it's like kind of slapstick,
No.
but it's also no. Oh, I don't want it.
I don't want to say if it's like Ninjago, but you have to watch it.
No.
Why
It
no?
sounds like ass. I don't know. It just
It's
wasn't it
not
on, like, Nick
ass. Have you
Jr.?
ever seen it?
no. I haven't seen
No,
it.
it was not on Nick Jr. It was on Nicktoons.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
All right, that we're gonna have to watch that
We'll think about that.
like ASAP.
ASAP, like right after this episode.
Yeah, like right after this episode, I'm gonna make you watch the movie.
Good luck. You have to take me from my cold dead. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
I'll find a flight right now and go over there, and I'm like, yo, I even have your address, bro. I have your address.
Oh man, why don't you just say it to the whole world?
No, because I'm nice and I don't dox people
I'll
like
say it.
that.
You ready? No, I'm just kidding.
I know you wouldn't.
No. Oh, I wouldn't. You sure? You think I wouldn't?
I mean, you would edit it out.
Yeah. Damn it! You already know. Fuck. I was gonna have it like bleeped like through the entire thing.
It's bleep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You already know. Bro, you know what people have been talking about a lot? A lot of my
What?
friends keep bringing it up. And it's like, bro, it's getting a little overhyped. I think you want to talk about this. I think you might want to talk about this. Sit down, talk about this. The Mario movie.
No, I was going to say, how about? Did you hear that Super Mario World opened up in
In California. Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to go there so bad, but I heard that it's not really that big.
It's not as big as the Japan one.
Yeah, I heard that it's like overhyped.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they said that about the Japan one too. I don't know.
But you know what? We will never know that if I never experience it.
You should try
So
it.
that is on my bucket list.
All right. That's cool.
You gotta go to Super Mario World,
Super
bro.
Mario World. I think they are doing that because of the movie, though. In my opinion, I think they're like that was kind of like the intention.
What do you think about the movie?
I think the casting for Mario was god awful, but not because I wanted the Mario voice from the games, but because Chris Pratt is not a fucking good Mario. You can clearly
Who is
hear
a
that.
good Mario?
I don't know. They could have probably figured that out in the 7 years they had to produce this fucking movie. Did you know that? This movie's been in production for 7 years.
No. You know what I'm worried about?
What are you worried about?
The Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
I have like no information on it, so I have no.
I've
I
been
did
saying
hear-
this since like I was.
No, but I did hear it was gonna be
maybe
gory.
10? Yes, that's what I heard.
Well, okay, what do you worry about though? Now I'm curious.
I'm not worried about it. It's just
You said
that
you were
they've
worried.
been saying this for so long.
Well, yeah, because Scott's writing it himself. He has to think of a good script for it. I think he was
True.
writing it. From what I heard, he was trying to just get he was just. I mean, it's hard to fit like 5 game plots into one movie. It's like you kind of got to decide what
They
to
should
do.
have stopped at the third game.
Unpopular opinion.
They should have stopped at the third game.
No,
bro.
I agree with you, honestly. I think I liked Sister Location, but after that, it's just like, fuck, man. You are really padding out for no reason.
They extended
I
the lore a little.
I think
too
Scott
much.
got a little money hungry, to be honest. I think because the sales on his plushies and his, I just think he went a little overboard, in my opinion. But I don't know. It's just me. I don't think there was a I don't think like 7 other games were necessary after 3. That just seemed like you were
I
kind of.
thought the lore was gonna stop at the third game. However, when they announced the 4th game, I'm like, how does this make sense?
Yeah. It
'Cause
doesn't.
at this point, now we're just dragging out the lore because the game literally takes place in a house, in a room.
Yeah. Apparently it was like, I think it was meant, fuck, I haven't caught up with my MatPat theories or whatever, but I think it's meant to be like Afton's kid or like the purple guy's kid. I think.
You know what's... Never mind.
What happened?
No, I'll tell you after this. However, yeah, I do agree. The game should have stopped at the 3rd game.
Yeah, no, I agree too. But yeah, no, like FNAF, I definitely feel like it could have ended at the 3rd game. I agree with you, honestly.
See, I was excited about Security Breach. However,
Oh, man.
it's not that
That was such a
good.
disappointment because of how buggy and shit that was. What a travesty of a game.
Yeah.
Everything like clipped in and everything was just like buggy and everything was like would lag out and shit. It's just like a fucking terrible game. And it sucks because Scott's name's on it now. Scott's name is forever. I mean, I know he had nothing to do with the game, apparently. He had nothing to do with the game. But his name is on that. Just because it's Five Nights at Freddy's. His name is on that, and I think that sucks.
It does suck. He didn't deserve
He
that.
could have really just prevented this from happening.
If he just stopped at the 3rd game, this would have all been
This would
prevented.
have all been over. The kids would have been freed. All that. I don't know the fucking lore. I honestly was
Because
pretty
let's
caught up
think
with
about
it.
He got in the Springtrap suit. Everyone saw what happened with the spring locks. It's pretty obvious. How much more do you have to keep dragging out the lore at this point?
I was really caught up with the lore too, even up all the way up to like the 6th game. But now I just forgot all of it. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck's canon anymore. I could have been so wrong about FNAF 4 being like the purple guy's kid. I don't know. Maybe it's outdated now.
I
But
feel like it's a flex if you know the entire FNAF lore.
low key though. Like
I feel like that's the ultimate Riz.
FNAF for Riz. That's
It's
so
like
dumb.
imagine going up to someone and they're like, "I know the entire FNAF lore."
You can have me. Oh my god, that's so dumb. I remember like being in middle school and I saw the first game and I was like, what the fuck, like this is scary. I was like actually scared watching
You found it scary?
I did. I was like 12 at the
I
time.
didn't. You know what I found scary?
What'd you find scary?
Jeff the Killer.
Bro, that wasn't that just like a picture? I don't really know what.
You know
about this
what?
Jeff the
The
Killer
reason
stuff.
why I was so scared of it was because number one, I was hanging out with friends and it was like already nighttime, and they were, what was it? We were just talking about Jeff the Killer, and I was like, oh, cool. And then they show the picture with the lights off and everything, and so I got scared. And it was
Bruh,
like
it's just a
pitch
picture,
black
though.
It doesn't matter. It was pitch black outside. But what made it worse is that there were kids the next day talking about, I saw Jeff the Killer at the park. Jeff the Killer's real. So I didn't even want to go outside at night
Bro,
anymore.
even at that
didn't
age,
even
I
wanna
was
take
like,
out the trash.
even at that age, I was like, bro, that's fucking not real. Like, I remember like hearing about Slender Man like right at the end of elementary, and I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? That shit's stupid.
I remember watching those videos where they were like, Slenderman's real. I saw him and blah, 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 blah. Even kids in my school were like, yeah, he's in Florida. Slenderman lives in Florida.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, I don't know.
So.
I guess it's kind of weird. I guess the same way you can judge me about being scared of FNAF, I'll judge you the same way of being scared of Jeff the Killer.
But you know what?
when
I was
first
like
saw
in
that-
5th grade around that time. So.
Fucking. You're still like, I mean, your brain's pretty much the same at like from 10 to 12, so it's like no excuse. My point is, I found it pretty creepy, and that's when I discovered Markiplier and his goofy ass.
Did you hear that Markiplier started an OnlyFans?
I did, but it doesn't show his dick, and a lot of girls are unappreciative of that.
I remember like someone pinged the entire server and they're like, so who's gonna be the brave one and subscribe to this?
Bro, it's probably already leaked at this point. I would not be surprised. I was gonna say I don't get the hype, but I mean he's clearly an attractive man to a lot of women, and I understand that hype.
No, there's some men that find him attractive.
I didn't. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that most of his fan base. Point is, he's an attractive man. Anyways, I see the hype there, but it's like I don't know why they were expecting to see his dick. Like they were so mad that they were so. Some fans were so mad that they didn't see that, or that they aren't going to see that. And it's just like, why would you expect? You know how valuable his? Do you know the net worth alone on his dick? You think the net worth on him as a person is big? Wait till you see the net worth of his dick. It is double
It was
that.
like, listen, it was like that one time in 2019 where Belle Delphine's like, oh, I'll open up a Pornhub account if I get this much subscribers.
And she
and so
did.
Yeah.
Well, she made an OnlyFans on a Pornhub account, which also got leaked, by the way.
Like how she created bathwater. Oh my
Created.
gosh. She sold a lot, actually.
She's a very profitable woman.
very.
Props to her for abusing the men because
I mean,
they
get
fall
that
for
bag, I guess.
it. That was funny way you said that.
Question mark?
Yeah, but you know, girls will be girls and guys will be guys. In the end,
True.
Markiplier and Belle Delphine are both very profitable for their bodies, and I think that's great because a lot of people don't have that privilege.
You're right. You're right.
No, I remember just watching Mark like play FNAF, and then like for a while it would just like be like I watched him for like a year or two until I was like, fuck, you know what, this guy's not that funny. I don't see like the like humor being too funny with him, to be honest. It's just like him like just yelling and random shit sometimes. He's a very heartwarming person, I'll give him that. He's like a very genuine soul. But it's not he's not funny. Like,
Yeah, I remember watching Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie.
yeah, those three. Those are like the three like what do you call it? Like prophets of YouTube in a sense. In a sense that they're
Pretty
like
much.
that big. Like they have money up the wazoo. Like their lives
Wazoo.
their lives are set forever. What a great feeling that must be. Like seriously. Even Mark, I think, talked about that.
Like,
Huh?
oh, wait, finish off what you were saying.
I was saying Mark talked about that. You heard that? You know Anthony Padilla from Smosh.
Yes.
He started a talk show too. I think. I don't know what it's on. I think it's. I just see his shorts on YouTube sometimes, and he talked to Mark about how much money he's making. Mark's like, it literally feels like cheating. Like it feels like I'm just like cheating the system, and it doesn't seem fair. And he always talks about like that's because the reason he wants to give to charity all the time, and you know, shit like that. And he's very open about like how much money he has. I think it was like close to the 30 millions. I think. Dude is loaded with cash.
I'll give him credit for that because not a lot of people talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. I honestly feel like he's got like bodyguards now or some shit or something. I don't know. If I was that popular, I would low key kind of be worried for my life because it's like,
well, yeah, because paparazzi will be following you left and
I'm not
right.
even talking about paparazzi. I'm talking about like people who stalk you on the internet. Like,
That
if
too.
you think about it, like they're out of like all the haters that you might have, there's one that's willing to go above and beyond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It happens all the time in the course of history. Fucking Harvey Lee Oswald. It's like- what a shitty example. Anyways, I mean, you hear about all the time, like these YouTubers getting swatted and shit, and it's like, that's kind of like I don't want to be popular in that sense, but it's like I don't know. Maybe he's got bodyguards.
If it happens, it happens.
What do you mean by that?
If you become popular, you end up becoming popular.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like if you got a hater who wants to kill you, then it's just you got a hater that wants
No,
to kill you.
no. That I won't excuse.
Yeah. I was gonna say, bro, I was like, bro, get off my fucking show. No, I'm just
At
kidding.
that point, I would get like triple security,
That's what I'm saying, though.
like lasers. Shit.
Lasers. That's funny. Mission Impossible.
Fort Knox.
Fortnite. Fortnite. Oh my god.
Fortnite.
No, I just thought that was interesting when he talked about that because I was just like, because I didn't really get to know him as a person because, for the 2 years I watched him, he's just this goofball, You have a persona on the internet. It's like, I learned this from, for anyone that's watched this, YouTuber, Grade A Under A, you are a legend for watching them. But if you haven't, go watch him. He's a dead YouTuber now, but one of the things he said that really struck to me as a kid, this YouTuber, he would do like different videos on different topics and shit. He said YouTubers will put on a face if they have to. They'll put on this mask. They want to look the best to their viewers. So I always kind of figured that Markiplier was this kind of like person where he just kind of like is the nice guy on camera, but behind the scenes he might be an asshole. He might be. Who knows? But
Yeah.
but then I watched a little bit of Anthony's show, and I saw Markiplier on it, and like what Markiplier was saying, it like was really heartwarming and shit. And it's just like, he's like, I don't know, like how, like, and then I was thinking like, this guy's like kind of a sweetheart, honestly. Like he's kind of just like chill, and he's not hurting anyone. It's like, why would. Like, how long could someone really keep a facade like that going? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was thinking that, and I was just like, you know what? I kind of changed my outlook on how I think of Markiplier. Because it's just after that, it's just like, if you're willing to share your money to people, I feel like that kind of like, just kind of like gives the audience like a bit of like, I mean, I'm not saying he had to do that, but I'm just saying like it kind of gives your audience more trust in you. Because
Right.
if you're willing to share that information, it's clearly kind of obsolete to you. And if you make that clear, you're like, but I don't care about the money. and in fact it feels like cheating. I don't know. It just seemed like he genuinely like got to me.
Enjoys what he does.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, there's not a lot of people out there like him.
Oh, dude, I saw the comments. There are like no one like him. Dude, I think one of the comments, the top comments, was like, he probably grew up like really poor because this is like a very disciplined mindset he has. And I think one of the replies was like, yeah, he grew up poor. He made that very clear in the beginning of his YouTube career. Like he was at the point where he was at debt and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And which makes sense. I mean, because if you're in debt or poor your whole life, you're more responsible with what you have. So after I saw that comment, I was thinking like, okay, you know what? There are not a lot of people like Markiplier for sure. If they had that kind of money, they would blow it off immediately. Look at fucking anyone else, any other YouTuber with that money, and look at what they're doing with it. You know?
Shit, they would probably like people with that money. They would go out and like flex a new fucking car, flex. They're traveling, and it's like, yeah, that's cool and all.
Yeah.
However, it's like also another thing. Like, what else do you do with that money?
Not give it to the poor people, that's for sure. Or not give it to charity.
Or sometimes people get that money and they let it go far up their ass to the point they forget who they are. Like
Yeah.
they lose morals.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time. Mr. Beast, I think, is a good example of that not being the case. I think he's a very nice dude. But I talked with a few friends about this, and they were like saying like, oh man, like I'm watching Mr. Beast right now. I'm like, okay, I understand he's a cool guy and everything, and his whole content is like giving to people and doing these nice things. But it's like, after a while, am I evil for this? I don't find that entertaining. I don't find giving.
No, you're right.
Like after a while, do your own thing. Like what? I don't care about what other people, you know. Like I maybe it is kind of evil, but I don't like find it. I don't go on YouTube and think, oh, I want to watch this like guy give a millions or whatever the fuck to like some rando. Like, that's not entertaining to me. I just don't see the hype in that. I don't see why people would click on that.
Nice once in a while, but it's like realistically, if you like doing that for a living, do that off camera.
That's what I'm saying. If anything, it just kind of makes him look like, hey,
He's
this.
posing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, hey, this is me. This is my life. This is what I do with my money. You know, it's like, okay, cool. What else do you do?
Like, do you do this too off camera?
That too, but that's really a hard one to like prove. But I'm just mainly saying like, what do you do like besides that? What's entertaining about you? I just don't find that entertaining. I don't see the entertainment factor.
And it's like, okay, this is cool, like you and your challenges. However, after a while, it's like, all right, what else you got?
I think he's a really genuine dude. But like, it's just like I don't go and like watch a Mr. Beast video in my free time. That just seems like such a boring thing to do, in my opinion. There's so many other things you can do.
People on the highway.
So many other things to do in your free time. And when I like listen to my friends like on the mic listening to Mr. Beast, I'm just like, okay, I don't understand. It's just
Bro's like, all right, which one of you guys are listening to Mr. Beast? And then as soon as they're like, I am, boom, disconnect them.
mute, ban, deafen.
Never coming back. Block, reported.
Swatted.
Not swatted.
Swatted as fuck.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Feel bad for people who get swatted. That's another example of like haters like going way too far. It's like, hey bro, what if I swat this guy? People die from that.
It's not even funny too.
No, it's not at all funny. It's like only funny to that sadistic motherfucker that did it. Like, oh God. Sick thing to do.
You know, there's people out there that do it to get revenge. Actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this. However, I was in this thing, right? And I remember this guy was like opening up about that, and he was like, went through a dark point in my time, and there was time where people even asked me to SWAT someone for them.
Bruh. And he did it, didn't he?
Yeah, because he was getting paid for it. Like, this man, he knew his way around the internet. Like, this man had access to fucking everything.
Fuck,
And so, yeah, it was like crazy. Like, this man has seen the darkest shit of the internet and like the most lightest thing on the internet. This man has seen everything overall.
dude. Yeah.
That's like the best way I can put it. However, I remember he opened up about it, and I remember, like, you know, I did see some videos, and I did find like some of the swatting videos funny, cause you know they did look skit, like they looked like they were being skits, you know.
Mm-hmm.
However, I remember when he opened up about that shit, that like, damn, that really hurt,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like, wow, the fact that you were the one that had, like, people were asking you to SWAT someone. That's crazy.
Yeah. Right. It's not a good thing. People have died from that.
Mm-hmm.
People have died from SWAT encounters, and that shit is just terrible. That's a terrible thing. Like, I don't know. I've seen so many cases of that happening, and it was like especially like prominent back in the late 2020s. Or not 2020s, excuse me, 2010s.
Yeah.
That was like one of the main things to do to someone you don't like, and it's just like, why? How pathetic are you?
What do you gain from that?
Besides the possible chance of killing the person you hate, nothing. Absolutely
But at the end of the
nothing.
day, it's like what I say: what goes around comes back.
It's
around.
because
So what you
People
put out
people
comes
don't
back.
do that shit for the gain though. They do it for because they don't have anything to lose.
They do the to these streamers too. I remember seeing those stream swatting videos.
Yeah. Those are
And
scary.
that shit is scary, cause like, could you imagine being like streaming and there's like thousands of people watching your stream? Next thing you know, your door gets kicked down by the SWAT team.
Yeah,
and
that's
now what?
fucking that's just fucked up.
Now you are traumatized, and now you left the viewers like worried as hell, and they're just like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. And it's like you know the creator has no idea that's gonna happen either. It's like they're completely unaware. Like it happens. It happens. It's just like a pathetic act of like pettiness.
It's not even tomfoolery at this point.
No, completely past tomfoolery. Not even acting silly.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's just probably I think like the late 2010s were like the worst ideas of like fucking with like people you don't like. Like I think that was like the peak of like doing shit that is just straight up should be illegal.
Like, I understand it's one thing, prank calling and posing as some shit, but it's like another thing, fucking pranking and being like, oh, this is a funny prank, let's SWAT them.
Yeah, that's stupid. Prank calling I think is funny. Be careful
Oh
doing
my
that,
God.
but like, you know, I think it's funny.
Is your refrigerator running? Then you better catch it.
I'm gonna all right. I'm gonna end up. So. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
Oh man. Yeah.
But you know what would be cool?
What?
If we get the chance to be on Anthony Padilla's show.
Oh yeah, right. First of all, you gotta be in person. I don't know where the fuck that guy's at. Second of all,
The day that happens, I'm pretty sure he would let us know. And that would be pretty cool.
hopefully he's not dead by the time we get popular. Like imagine we're popular in 20 years and he's like just gone. Nah, he's still young as
Knock
fuck.
on wood.
There's no fucking way.
I'm gonna knock on wood, and I'm gonna say we're recording this January 14th, 2023, and the day that we do get to be on Anthony Padilla's
What
talk
is this,
show.
a diary now?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
and the day that we do,
Don't use
we're
our
gonna look back
podcast
at
for your
this
diary.
on 1/14/2023
Get your
at 9:39 p.m. Eastern time.
6:39.
And what time is it?
Pacific.
Exactly. You heard it here first. And yeah.
We'll see about that. I don't know. If anything, he's going to be on our show.
That would be cool, actually.
That's probably more possible, honestly. That's way more likely than fucking us on his show.
Or who knows?
Or who knows?
It
We might
could
have Bill
be-
Nye. Fucking, who knows, man? We might have Sonic the Hedgehog himself on the show.
Or what's his face? The one we were talking about earlier. Rogan.
Rogan.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe.
You know, I didn't really think about this until like recently, but I just realized why he had such a big name going into the podcast community, and it's because he was a fucking commentator for it was UFC. He was a UFC commentator.
Right.
That was why he's such a big name going into the podcast. You know, I always wondered that. I was like, how did this guy, like, at first I didn't connect Joe Rogan, the podcaster, with the Joe Rogan commentator until like recently. And I didn't really think about that. I was like, how did he get so popular by just starting a podcast? But then I just realized that's why he had a name for himself already. It kind of made me think like, damn, dude, if he had a name for himself and he got that popular, it's like, goddamn.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Anything
we look at the
can be
Breakfast
achieved.
Club, and I mean, those guys were not nearly as popular as Joe Rogan at the time, and they look at them now. They have probably one of the most popular podcasts in my opinion. That's pretty cool. I mean, like if we can get popular, I don't know. I really got to start like. We're gonna have a guest soon. He's not really big, but little teaser for episode 4. We're going to be having a guest coming up, and he's a good friend of mine. But we will talk about that another time. Darla, looks like our time's coming up, so we're gonna start wrapping up
yeah.
this episode.
We'll start wrapping up.
So thank you guys for watching again, episode 2 of this podcast. Once again, if you I hate you again.
No.
Well, our episodes air every other Wednesday. So you know, if you didn't see episode 1 for some reason, what the fuck are you doing? Go watch that.
Yeah, go watch it. Quit slacking.
Yeah.
It's not even that long.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 15 minutes less than this one. Anyways, thank you guys for enjoying our podcast. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you liked it, then good. Let us know that you liked it. I would love to
And
know
then
if you guys liked
come back
it.
for more.
Come back for more. Every other Wednesday. I think at around 4 o'clock PST we upload. I think we have a time now.
Woohoo! Yippee!
Yeah, do all 2.
Yeah,
I
damn
thought we
straight.
got shock therapy for you. We couldn't be doing that anymore.
You didn't get shock therapy for me.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll look into that. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good night, and we'll see you around.
Bye-bye!